So I'm going to talk about homeschooling. Any mother who says that they have not drank so much is lying. Any father who says that they didn't drink, lying. Any mother who hasn't copied one of the home experiments for one of the kids to the other kids and just loaded the same photo is lying. I'm not going through this process more than once. There's just no way that it is feasibly possible to complete the same STEAM exercises or STEM exercises over and over again. I have 3 boys. They're driving me fucking crazy. All they do is fight. Fight when they get up in the morning, fight about anything. I've got a 6-year-old who says, get out of my personal space. I don't even think he knows what personal space is. But, he'll still go with the flow that he is entitled to his own space. The sass I get is just, teachers out there, please take our children back. It is just horrendous. The amount of food that I am going through is by stance just at crisis point. I have never seen children consume more food than is required in a stable time. Going outside, I'm basically begging them to do their PE because there's no way I'm playing a YouTube video of yoga when you can get outside. Even if it's just a little sprinkle of rain, hey, put your rain jacket on. Get out there. Get out of my face. Let me do some work. So to all the mums and dads out there that are still trying to work from home, I ask you, how's it working for you? Really? I had one mother who actually did a Facebook status update who basically said to the children, do not come in here unless you're bleeding or dying. She then had her son enter with a leaf blower. I had to laugh because in my mind I was thinking, yeah, us parents, we really, really, really just enjoy this whole parenting gig. Have a child, they say. They'll change your life, they say. So anyway, we came up with this idea, myself and a few friends, that before you have a child, you should be able to borrow one. You get one at newborn. You get one at 1 month, 3 months. Maybe then at 6. 12 months. The terrible 2s, which should really be the terrible 3s, because 3 years old is just worse than 2 because they get these little personalities and they're able to talk back. 4, 5 when you send them off to school. 6, 7, 8 years old, not too bad. They still fear for their life a little bit. And then we get into the teenage years where they require a mobile phone. That's keeping happening, and everyone else has one, so why can't I? Then you have the age of hormones. So we're actually hitting that in our household at the moment, and it is not very kind. What is it with girls that develop faster than boys? What's with the emotional outbursts where they look like their whole life is tumbling around them, and yet you ask them what's wrong for the 15th time and they say, I'm fine. As a woman, you know that I'm fine means you're not fine. And as a man, if you didn't know that, when your wife or your girlfriend says, I'm fine, she's not fine. You need to prod a little bit more to get to the point. Children are these little beings that are developing these skills. They collect every bit of information that's around them and they absorb it, and somehow they twist it, manipulate it, and use it against you. Sometimes you think it's funny, but you can't laugh, because if you laugh, you have no authority. When you don't laugh, they laugh at you. You still can't laugh. You literally have to walk away, pissing yourself laughing and hoping that they don't see you. Or you can be one of those parents who do laugh with them, but still try to tell them that it's wrong. I really do go back to that whole thing that I said earlier. You should be allowed to borrow a child before you make the commitment if you want to have one. Again, have a child, they say. They'll embrace your life, they say. They'll change your life, they say. Some days I sit outside and all I want to do is drink a whole bottle of wine by myself. And just remember the time when I didn't have a child. where I didn't have to yell at them, didn't have to repeat myself 150 times, didn't have to check that they actually remembered their school bag. So when you drive to school, you have to turn around and come back. If they remembered their lunch, if they're not going to cooperate, if they're going to do their schoolwork, if they're not going to do their schoolwork. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter what you do with children. Their attitude is always going to change. Sometimes you just have to admit defeat. And you have to choose your battles. It's kind of like war. Anyway, on that note, I will leave this. And any of you got some feedback on what you do with your children when they won't listen to you, do as you ask, or basically in general just being the biggest pains in the ass. Thank you.